Had you seen The Amazing Spider-Man before?
I had. Yeah. What about you, Robbie?
I had seen this before, once before. And I'll be honest, I was hoping to never come back to it.
You know what? I watched it a while ago, like a long time ago. And then we watched Spider-Man No Way Home, where Andrew Garfield comes back. And I was like, I'm going to give that movie another shot. Watched it again, and I said, boy, is this bad. And then I watched it this week for this very podcast.
Good. I'd be pretty upset if you didn't, if I'm being honest. I don't give a damn about Peter Parker's parents.
Yeah, that's, where are you going with this, you know? Where are you going with this? And, it's evidently nowhere.
I haven't seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2 in a very long time, but don't they do more with his parentage in that?
Kind of. I think they show the plane crash, but that's pretty much it. It's stupid. It's definitely stupid. I don't really like the parents being part of something bigger. I don't like that. Just like Peter Parker's just a guy, you know? Especially like they're involved with spider stuff. That's so stupid.
The whole point of Peter Parker is he's just some guy. So this weird retcon, and I think they've even done this in some comics too, to make Richard and Mary Parker these big wig agents, it just doesn't fit, and I don't care.
Yeah.
You also already have Uncle Ben. That's the tragedy.
Martin Sheen's doing a good job, but this is all completely unnecessary. We just did this. Like, you don't have to kill him again. Just don't, like, everybody knows what happened. Everybody knows why Spider-Man's Spider-Man. Just start the movie with him being Spider-Man.
Right. Or, if you really need this dramatic backstory for Spider-Man, you have his parents abandoning him then. We don't need then to see Uncle Ben get shot. We know what happens. At least with the parents thing, well, I don't care. It's something new in the Spider-Man movies.
If they make it good, right, Robbie? As we say on the Royds Review podcast, if you make it good, it'll be good.
It's unnecessary to have both the parent subplot and the Uncle Ben stuff. Choose one.
I think one could argue this is like 45% redundant. It's just like a retread of what we already seen, but done worse.
At least we get the lizard.
Yeah, but he looks like ass.
That's the least of my problems with this movie, is the design of the lizard.
I don't know. I mean, give him a snout. I need a snout, brother. He just looks like a weird... Like, he looks like you remember the little head guys from the Super Mario Brothers movie? Like the one from the 90s? That's what he looks like.
Those are the Goombas in that movie, right?
Are they Goombas or Koopas? I don't remember.
Oh, Koopa. Yeah, I think they're Koopas.
Email
Does
it
matter?
Goombas or Koopas. It always matters, Robbie. It always matters.
Oh, all right. I do think Rhys Ifans, or however you pronounce his name, is good.
Yeah. I think this movie is walking a weird... I think it's trying to do a Batman Begins and be like kind of dark and like gritty, but then also the bad guy wants to turn everybody into a lizard, and that's silly. Like, it's very comic booky. It's very early 60s comic books, which is fine, do that, but like the rest of the movie does not match this guy wants to turn everybody into a lizard. It doesn't match that.
It's too dark for a Spider-Man movie.
It's also like visibly dark. I had an issue seeing things.
It's dark in both ways. I don't want a gloomy Spider-Man. I don't want a brooding Peter Parker.
No, and you know, it's okay to do that at first, but then have him realize what, you know, being Spider-Man is, which he does in this movie. I don't think Andrew Garfield is a bad Spider-Man. I think he could be, as we see in the third Tom Holland movie, he's a great Spider-Man. It's just what he's given here is duty.
He doesn't start quipping until he's in fights. But then the minute he's Peter Parker again, he's not quipping, he's sad, and it's like, Spider-Man is not Batman.
Yeah, well, again, the Batman Begins was big. The Dark Knight had just come out, I think, same year, maybe.
This was the same year as The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay, so yeah, they're going for dark and gritty because that's what's in at the time. But I mean, I get Spider-Man because in the comics, Peter is he talks that big talk as Spider-Man, but then when he's Peter, he's like, ooh, you know,
that's Spider-Man. Not some depressed kid.
Right. And like Spider-Man, his life is supposed to suck. You know, it's always, he's going through it. And that's the whole thing is Spider-Man, it sucks to be Spider-Man, but you have to be Spider-Man because with great power comes great responsibility. And speaking of, did you notice that they say with great power comes great responsibility, but without saying that, because they said that in the last one.
I don't remember exactly the wording, but it's something like, hey, listen, Peter, when someone has a lot of power, they got to do the right thing with that power. Because if they don't do the right thing with that power, people are going to get hurt. It's like, yeah, Uncle Ben, we know you're going to get shot.
Yeah. And it's all, I think it's like, if you have the opportunity to do good, you have a moral obligation to do good. And it's like, dude, just say it. Just say it.
What is worse? The delivery in this or when Aunt May dies and when she's like, and Peter, remember, if you have great power, then you also got to exhibit great responsibility or whatever she says.
I only saw that movie once in theaters.
Same. And I just remember thinking, well, that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like when they were writing this and they came to this part, I feel like as a writer, you would be like, maybe we shouldn't just retread everything. Maybe we should just do our own thing. But they don't, and they just do everything from the first Spider-Man. They do it all, like him discovering his powers, but worse. Like that scene in the train, dude. That's awful. And there's even like Humpty Dumpty music playing. It's like dum-dee, dum-dee, dum-dee. Well, he's like, oops, I ripped off your shirt. My bad. Oops, I knocked you out with the pole. My bad. I don't know what's happening to me. This sucks.
Also, he wouldn't know to pull his punches yet. These guys should be DED dead. I also don't understand. He shoots up onto the ceiling and he gets stuck on the ceiling. And then he knows how to detach himself from the ceiling. But then he can't detach himself from the woman's shirt.
It's interesting, isn't it, Robbie? Then they just do it. They do it again because like he wakes up in the morning and like he blows up the toothpaste. He's like, oh no, and he he destroys his whole bathroom. It's like, we got it. I hate it. You're wasting everybody's time here. Because Spider-Man was one of the highest grossing movie of the time. Everybody saw it. Why would you retread the thing everybody saw?
If you give me the scene in the bathroom and not the subway, I'm not complaining about this. Because I think it's kind of cool to watch Spider-Man doing mundane things. Like he goes to brush his teeth and the toothpaste explodes. It's like, that's Spider-Man. But the subway thing, it makes no sense because he also seems to just know how to fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's like every superhero. It's like when they get their powers, they immediately know how to throw a punch and kick and all that stuff. It's like,
yeah, that's true.
What do you think? Like I said, Andrew Garfield, very good. Like, he's a great actor. Everything I've seen him in, I'm like, damn, that guy's good. I think they do too much, like, to make him look cool. Like, he's got a skateboard. He's a cool guy. He's got great hair. Looks great. There's even a part where, like, some girl comes up to him and is like, hey, I really like your pictures. He's like, oh, really? Cool. And she's like, what are you doing tomorrow? He's like, and she's like, could you take pictures of my boyfriend's car? It's like, yeah, freaking right, dude. Look at him.
I know.
Look at him. You'd be like, can you take pictures of me butt naked?
He's too, like you said, he's too handsome. He's too cool. But skateboarding makes it feel like this movie was meant for the early 2000s.
Right. I feel like they're going for like I guess a 2010s thing, but like skateboarding, like you said, that's like I don't know. It's try hard, you know?
It really is. Is he known to ride a skateboard in the comics a lot?
No. I mean, I haven't read in a long time, and like the thing I liked about Spider-Man was the Amazing Spider-Man run like went for decades, and like you saw Peter was like the only comic book character that was like he's aging and things are like he got married, he graduated high school, he graduated college, he got married, like all this stuff happened to him when that it's beating the status quo, and that's what was great about Spider-Man. But yeah, I mean, I fell off and then I went back on. I fell off. I don't remember him skateboarding. I also read Ultimate Spider-Man, which this seems to be more based on, and he's not skateboarding that either.
So it was really just a decision to give him the skateboard.
I think so, yeah.
Another decision in this movie I didn't understand was Sally Field's southern accent.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because you got the great Sally Fields, and you don't do anything at all with her.
I don't think it's plural.
Is it just Field?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Let me consult the research department.
Yeah, because I just have Sally Field, and when I Googled her, it just came up as Sally Field.
It is just Sally Field. Well, you got the great Sally Field, and you didn't do anything with her. The most she does is at the end, where she's like, she tells Peter, if there's one thing you are, it's good. That's good stuff. Whoever wrote that, give them a sticker.
I wrote that.
Yep. And then whenever he's wearing it, and whenever somebody sees it, wrote what? He's like, you ever see Amazing Spider-Man? And then they beat the shit out of him.
Jeez, dude. You can't do that for writing a bad movie.
No, you can't. You can't. That's too much.
There's a scene in the school gym that doesn't make a lick of sense. Flash Thompson is at like basketball practice or something like that. And this girl, she's like a cheerleader or something. She's making a sign on the gym floor. And when the basketball knocks over her paint, she starts yelling at Flash, "You did that on purpose." First of all, you don't do that on the gym floor. Not while basketball practice is going on. But then, Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, gets involved. There are no teachers around, and I guess they don't feel that inclined to be there because the two 30-year-old students are there.
They could probably handle themselves, yeah.
Yeah. He dunks the basketball, shatters the backboard, and apparently all the school cares about is that he broke the backboard. Not that this nerd jumped from the free throw line and dunked.
Yeah. Also, wouldn't everybody in that gym later on when Spider-Man appears, wouldn't they be like, I'm pretty sure it's that guy.
Right.
Pretty sure it's the guy who could almost fly. That scene is okay until he does the big dunk. I think him humiliating Flash is warranted because of what Flash did earlier. I think all that is fine, and the way he's doing that is very kid who's been bullied gets powers. You know, that's what you would do at first. But then the dunk happens, and it's like, you took it way too far. You took it way too far. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point. It's like, oh, Peter, you need to rein it in. Maybe. Still, I think everybody in that gym would be like, oh, I know who Spider-Man is. It's just like in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. I think I made the same point, is when he whips like a lunch tray and then like walks out of the cafeteria dragging it, and everybody's laughing at him. It's like, eventually when Spider-Man happens, they'd all be like, oh, it's Peter.
Exactly.
Yeah, the kid who shot webs out of his hand? Yeah, it's Peter.
The guy who's the same build as Peter Parker? Yeah. And now all of a sudden Peter Parker can do all these amazing things? Yeah, I think it's him.
Yeah, and also, he's always late.
There's another scene later on when he's talking to Gwen Stacy in the stands of the football field. The football somehow makes its way to the stands. And he nonchalantly throws it back, and it bends the upright.
Yeah. And they're like, who did that? So you're telling me somebody like threw or kicked a football. They didn't watch where it went. Peter caught it and then tossed it. And they're like, it's raining footballs. What's going on?
They would be signing this kid up.
Yeah. That's a whole different movie.
Every college in the state would suddenly be scouting the super athlete.
Yeah, the spider athlete.
Which, maybe it'd be a different story, but Give me something now where Peter Parker's maybe thinking about being an athlete. At least now we'd have something different.
People would hate it.
Oh, people would get so mad, but fuck those nerds.
Yeah, at least you tried something new, you know? That's what this movie is lacking.
This movie was totally written by nerds. You could tell in that scene on the basketball court because Flash is like, I should do it on purpose. And I'm going to be honest, I was like, yeah, he should do it on purpose. If I was on the baseball field and someone just started doing something on the infield, I'm going to start hitting the ball at them constantly.
You think this movie was written by nerds? I disagree. I think it's just bad writing.
Very possible.
This seems, it's weird because you see the success of Spider-Man 1 and 2, and that's clearly like Sam Raimi has creative control there. They're very Sam Raimi movies, and they made bank, and everybody loved them. And then the studio got involved for 3. They were like, you gotta put Venom in, you gotta bring the black suit in, all that stuff, right? And he's like, I don't really want to do that. But they ruined his 3rd movie, right? And for some reason, instead of learning from that mistake, they were like, let's get more involved in the next one. Because we know what we're doing. Bunch of duty heads.
I don't see a studio making a Spider-Man movie without including J. Jonah Jameson.
I don't know. I think that's what happened here. This is clearly very studio, and especially the next one, brother.
Oh, yeah. Also, there are more nerds than just comic book nerds.
Name one.
Okay, you could be like a drama nerd.
Damn, he did it. Name 2.
All right, you could be really good at math.
Damn, he did it again. Rule of 3 is Robbie. Name 3.
Maybe they're just really into classic literature.
Damn, he did it again. He did it. Hey, question. Why are you snapping pics of Gwen Stacy without her consent?
It's weird.
It's weird.
Uncle Ben even calls him out. He's like, you're on his computer. And he's like, oh my God, I'm going to prison. I'm going to prison. Please don't press charges. Please don't press charges. Don't tell your dad. Don't tell your dad. Don't tell your dad.
Dude, so when he sneaks into Oscorp, right, because he sees that his dad is connected to Kurt Connors, right? Sneaks into Oscorp, and he just steals a random pass. And they're like, oh, you're some Hispanic name, right? And then you see them dragging out this kid. And it's like another white man taking the opportunity of a person of color. Am I right, Robbie?
I thought that was funny, the kid being dragged out and be like, I'm Rodrigo!
Yeah. Olivia Rodrigo?
Yeah.
Wow.
Flash Thompson gets absolutely pissed when Peter Parker calls him Eugene.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's very comic book Flash Thompson, because his name's Eugene. Sucks, dude.
When he throws the kid that he's holding, we gotta go to... Ah!
What do you think of Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone's chemistry? Chemistry, if you will. I thought it was maybe a little too good. They're like about to F, like right then and there, brother.
I don't know how to take... I don't know. Is that a criticism that their chemistry is really good? I don't...
No, I know that they were dating.
You framed it as a bad thing, but I don't know what to say.
Nah, I just know they're like lip biting. They're like... like, they're like... ready. They're about to throw down. Like, the director's like, yo, cut. There's no penetration in this scene.
Well, Peter Parker's a horny dude.
Yeah, I know they were, I believe they were doing this at the time.
Mm-hmm, touching fingies.
Mm-hmm, touching fingies.
I think the writers in this movie really failed Kurt Connors and the Lizard.
I would stop that sentence at failed.
Yeah, I agree. But...
I'm a mean guy, Robbie.
They seem to try to do this thing that makes him sympathetic, but they take a little too long to turn him into the Lizard. So the minute he becomes the Lizard, his plan changes from, I want to make everyone better, to, I'm going to turn everyone into a bloody lizard.
Yeah, I did kind of like how he gets lizard brain, and he's just like, everybody needs to be like this. I'm crazy now.
Is that what the writers think lizards think when they see humans? Like, when I go up to my friend's bearded dragon, that bearded dragon's like, I want to turn you into a lizard.
Yeah, bro, he's like, man, you're cool, but you'd be cooler if you were a lizard. I'll tell you that.
I don't think lizards have thoughts.
I don't think so either. I think they're purely instinctual. That's why I'm not a huge fan of when the lizards, like, I'm talking. I don't like that. I want him to just be a feral animal.
I can understand that. I kind of wish they went a different route where he's trying to cure himself and he becomes this monster and he's skulking in the sewers. And we see news reports about this evil lizard. And then he says, okay, you want to make me a monster? I'll be a monster. That's a much more sympathetic character than the guy who goes, I'm gonna turn you all into a bloody lizard.
Yeah, why is he Australian?
That's the best accent I can do.
It's pretty good. No, I agree. I think you would have made a better lizard than they did. I agree with that. I do like... I'll tell you what I do like about this movie. The bridge scene, I think, is very good.
When the police are like, Spider-Man was on the bridge.
Yeah.
And everyone else goes, there was a giant lizard man on the bridge.
Yeah. But the whole thing with him saving that kid, just saving people, like, that's what... I feel like a lot of superhero movies are kind of missing that now. It's just like saving people.
Yeah, you need a little more of that in superhero movies. But now superhero movies have gotten so far away from the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that everything's a big space mission with the world at stake.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to the new Spider-Man. It looks like it's more friendly neighborhood. And I'm ready, brother. But that scene's good. I really like how he's like, I'm just a guy. He takes his mask off. He's like, put it on and it'll make you strong. And the kid's an idiot. He believes it. What an idiot. But it's good stuff. I really enjoyed it. Really, I thought, like, up until that point, I remember on my first watch, I was like, this kind of sucks. And then that happened. I was like, oh, maybe it's going to get good. Nope, it peaked right there.
The kid looks at him and goes, aren't you that kid that dunked the basketball? My sister told me about that.
Peter Parker, right? Are you that guy who takes pictures of women unconsensually?
It was
my
the
dad's
news.
A policeman. Yeah, he told me about that police report.
I don't think lizards can regrow their arms and legs.
Yeah, isn't it just their tail?
Yeah, because the tail doesn't have bone.
Let me consult the research department. Can lizards regrow limbs? They cannot regrow limbs. They can regrow their tails.
Yes, because they can't regenerate bone.
No. Right. Yeah. We got him. Hey, Dr. Connors, you're an idiot.
This has no practical use on humans.
Yeah. You know what I did like as well? I liked when Peter goes to Dr. Connors and he's asking, like, you know anything about, like, a giant lizard man? And he's like, that's me, actually. And then he leaves, and you see that rat that they injected is like a little lizard rat thing, and he's eating the other rat. I was like, ooh, that's cool. I like that.
Give me more of those, baby.
Yeah, that would be cool if you had, like, a little army of little lizards.
Little lizard rats?
Yeah, little lizard. I mean, that would be terrifying. In New York? Oh, think of all the rats, man.
That is true. I did like the scene when they were injecting the different rats and they were just dying.
Yeah. Also, what's with... This is not just this movie, but, like, superhero movies in general. Nobody just has a regular monitor. It's like floating holograms and stuff that you could, like, touch. What happened to, like, a regular monitor, man? What's wrong with that?
It's a lab. Science, Andy.
What about this? Peter Parker's using Bing.
That was hilarious.
Come on, man. Nobody uses Bing.
He's not going to find anything.
No, he's not finding crap on Bing.
Kurt Connors, after he becomes a lizard, still swears that he's going to make everyone better. But no one says to him, where's your dick?
They, like, interrupt him. Okay, hold up. What's going on down there? I do like how he's like, I'm going to make everyone better, but he means, like, a lizard. And that's silly. I like that. Like, I think in a different movie, that's fun. That's good. In this movie, it's just dumb. It's so stupid.
If Sam Raimi's doing this, it's incredible.
1,000 billion%.
If Sam Raimi is making a movie where the whole city of New York gets turned into walking, talking lizards, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
I remember talking to our good friend Mark Ponte about this movie once, and he posited the question, do you think the people of New York ever look at each other and go, hey, do you remember that time we all became lizards for a couple minutes?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even... It was just like those cops.
Yeah.
That was it. He's just like immortal, I guess, because they're lighting him up. And he dies for a second, or pretends to be dead for a second.
I think he has, like, regenerative abilities as the lizard.
So, like, Wolverine.
And Spider-Man himself.
That's true. He's not that. He's got accelerated healing. But, like, yeah.
Well, I think because the whole point of the lizard DNA splicing was to regrow limbs, he has that healing regeneration. Because we see... when he's walking, how quickly his tail grows back, which I thought looked pretty cool.
It did. You know what else is a good scene? The school.
I like the fight in the school. Peter really gets thrown around.
Yeah, and like he swips up the lizard and he crawls around him like a little spider. I was like, ooh, that's a nice touch. Also, best Stan Lee cameo, I think, of all time.
It's a strong cameo because I think the best cameos are when he doesn't talk.
Yeah. Yeah, but him just like just not knowing what's going on. Not knowing that the school's been evacuated because a giant lizard has entered the premises. Through the toilet, by the way. But, great cameo, great fight. Question. Does this school have any cameras?
No. It's a New York City public school, Andy.
I don't know, man. I just feel like they'd have cameras. And somebody would be like, Andy. Spider-Man,
now they
Peter
might.
Parker. Yeah, now they might.
What do you think of Dennis Leary as the police captain or whatever?
I don't think he does enough because it's not a good movie. Like, he's barely in it, and then we're supposed to feel bad when he dies. I don't care.
I think we're supposed to feel bad for Gwen Stacy, but like you said, he doesn't do anything. We don't spend a lot of time with him, and it just feels weird. He feels miscast as the police captain in a Spider-Man movie. He played a fireman for so long.
He did. So wait, it's like Captain Stacy is a big character in the comics, and when he died, it was like, oh my goodness. But here it's just like, I do like that they completely shit on him, though. Like, he's like, hey, you promised me you'll stay away from my daughter so she's safe. And he's like, I promise. Nope. At the end, he walks in late. The teacher's like, hey, Parker, you're late again. He's like, won't happen again, I promise. And she's like, don't make promises you can't keep. He sits behind Gwen and says, but those are the best kind of promises to break. And she gives a smirk. It's like, he's saying fuck you to your dad, dude.
Well, she encourages him.
Yeah. It's, I think you do that in a much better way because you know they're going to get back together. It's a romantic. It's the whole thing. But, like, to do it like that is so disrespectful. You know? This man's dying wish is please stay away from my daughter so she's safe. The person we both love is safe. And he's like, I promise. And he's like, hey, just kidding, Gwen. You want to make out in the hall? Like, it's so disrespectful.
He says don't get Gwen involved because he wants her to stay safe. This dude has not read the comics.
No, he has not.
Hey, Peter, if you sleep on the subway like this, you're a dick.
Oh, like sprawled out? Yeah. Yeah.
When he catches the fly in front of Aunt May, no one goes, holy shit, Peter, you just caught a fly.
Yeah. You know what? I do think that the family dynamic is pretty good. I think it's all pretty believable. It's well acted. Even the dialogue isn't bad, other than the forced, like, he's trying to say with great power comes great responsibility, but his body won't allow him to. So he says something else, but like,
we zap him every time he starts to get close to him.
He's like with but it's, yeah, they should be like, wow, something's going on with Peter. He just caught a fly at Mach 12. That was insane. But even the store thing when Uncle Ben gets shot, like him going to buy milk What? What are you, 2? Anyway, he's going to buy milk, and he's 2 cents short, and the guy's like, nah, you don't have enough. Get out of here. He's like, but it's just, he's like, store policy, you know, take a penny, leave a penny, it's store policy. And he kicks him out. And then when the guy robs him, he's like, store policy. That's the exact same thing as, I don't think that's my problem.
Yeah.
But worse. And then Uncle Ben dies. Uncle Ben, why are you going for the gun?
I'd go for the gun, too.
Why?
Protection. Why would I not go for the gun?
I'd be like, hey man, I didn't see anything.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not dying in the street for no reason. What the hell are you talking about?
I'll happily die in the street, brother. Shoot me like a dog. The music in this movie sucks.
Dude, there's the worst needle drop of all time when he's like that montage of him skateboarding and swinging from chains. Oh, is that for you?
Oh no!
Awful.
I like the swinging from chains bit.
Fine, I guess. Again, it's just done better in the first one when Toby swings and he smashes into the sign.
Yeah.
Classic. This is just, it's just, why are we here? Why are we at this point in Peter's life? We just did this.
Probably because the MCU was taking off and they thought, ooh, we better do our own universe.
Well, I think that their rights to Spider-Man were going to expire if they didn't make a movie. So they made a movie.
Possible too, yeah.
Also, why would you test your web shooters on a skyscraper?
Why not?
I tested off my roof.
I tested off a curb, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, brother.
My first thought is never, let me go to the highest thing ever.
Yeah. You out of your gourd. Also, he swings and he like knocks down everything in a restaurant, like storefront. Just keeps walking. It's rude.
Not his problem.
Damn, that's some Spider-Man stuff, brother. Another thing I did like, when he's hunting for this guy, right? And he's not wearing a mask, he just starts beating the crap out of people. I like that. And I like that the guy's like, I've seen your face. And he's like, oh, I should probably wear a mask.
Yeah.
I like that. I like how he's learning in that. Like, and that's different from the other one. So the first time they do something different, it's like, oh, it was pretty good, actually. Maybe do that more.
That's kind of one of the things I did like about this movie is we don't have J. Jonah Jameson and Mary Jane. We do have a different relationship dynamic. We're not doing a job dynamic. We're doing a school dynamic. Like, there are things that are different. The problem is the story beats are so similar.
Yes. It's like a retread, but with a different skin. But it's worse. It's like different skin, but like the cockroach guy from Men in Black, that kind. It's just like this whole monster forced into this skin of Spider-Man, but it's nothing. It's awful. This is a bad movie, Robbie. I didn't like it.
I think the suit's okay.
I don't like this suit.
It's not as good as the Maguire one.
No, it's not. But you know what? In the next one, it's the best suit, I think, that's ever been on camera. That's what I think. But that's next week's episode, Robbie.
What?
Don't tell, Robbie. Don't tell Robbie I said that.
Okay, I won't tell him.
When he gets the carjacker, right? He's quipping, which is cool. That's Spider-Man, you know? He's quipping. But the music is like scary. Like he's in the back seat and the guy's like, what the hell? And he like whips the door closed. And he's like messing with the guy, and that's cool. But then like the guy turns around and he's not there and the music goes boom. And it's like, that's not scary. Spider-Man's not scary. I did like that interaction where he pulls out a knife. He's like, oh no, a small knife? My weakness. Like, that's good. That's good stuff. And then the cop shows up and he's like, I just did your job for you. And the cop open fires. What are you doing? But not only that, he opened fires when the guy is webbed up behind him on a wall. It's an execution, brother.
He talks to the media. I was trying to kill Spider-Man. You're right, though. It's good that he's quipping, but he needs to quip more.
Yeah, and that was kind of an issue with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, is he would quip like twice a movie.
Yeah.
And we need a little more of that, brother. I have another note. He gets invited over for Branzino.
Ew.
Right? And then they kiss after eating branzino. You got some Altoids or something, brother?
You know what? If both their breath smells like that, what you gonna do? You go for it, down and dirty, brother. You know, it's like when you and your lady both get home from the gym. You don't jump in the shower, no. You're a real man.
I usually jump in the shower. And then I slip because I jumped in the shower. You know a line that I did like? I liked when they're on the roof and he shows her that he's Spider-Man and they smooch again. And she's like, all right, I gotta go. And she leaves and he jumps off the roof. And she says to herself, she's like, oh, I'm in trouble. I was like, I like that. That's cool. That's cool. I think Emma Stone's great in this.
I really don't have a problem with any of the acting. Yeah. This movie is not the actor's fault. Well, Sally Field's accent aside. I also don't know if she has a southern accent like that. I don't think so, because she's from California.
Is she from Southern California?
Pasadena. I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Is Pasadena Southern California?
Email in.
There's no way we could find out, Rob.
I don't care enough.
Me neither. I think the sewer web that he does is sick. Awesome.
When he's setting up the cameras?
Yeah. Really great. But you remember that Simpsons episode? When Bart leaves the tape recorder in the well?
Yes, yeah.
And it says property of Bart Simpson. Your boy does that here.
The camera says, why would take the tape off?
Yeah, pretty stupid. Pretty stupid. This is just to show how he figures out Spider-Man's Peter Parker. But
there's no actual reason for him to take the pictures, other than trying to prove to the police captain that the lizard's real. Because there's that scene where he says to Captain Stacy, it's Dr. Kurt Connors, and Stacy kicks him out, but then he's like, hey, I want you to figure out everything you can about Dr. Connors.
And he's working for Norman Osborn, who was evidently sick. They also, speaking of Norman Osborn, they straight up do a Willem Dafoe Norman Osborn thing with the lizard, where he's in the sewers and he's talking to himself. It's like the lizard is talking to Kurt Connors. And again, done better in a better movie.
Not every villain needs a split personality.
No. You know what's the dumbest thing in this movie? So remember earlier on the bridge, he saves the kid, and the guy whose kid that is, he works for he's the crane guy, and he's like, oh, get all I know they're evacuating the city because the big lizard guy is going to turn everybody into lizards, but let's get all the crane fellas together, and we'll line up the crane so it's easier for Spider-Man. I heard he's hurt. He's hurt. So this will make it easier. Doesn't Spider-Man swing from the buildings regularly? How are cranes making it easier?
So now he can swing between cranes.
Right.
Come on, you've played the Spider-Man game for PS4 and PS5. You ever try to swing in Central Park? It's tough, brother. You have to stay low. Ain't no buildings.
Yeah, but you could see why I'm saying that's the dumbest thing in this movie, right?
Andy, for you to call out a single dumbest thing in this movie is incredible to me. Because I'd say it's like a 15-way tie. If you want to include that in that 15-way tie, you're more than welcome to.
I do, Robbie. And you know what? Even that is a bad retread of that time in the first one when Green Goblin has he's like, you choose, Spider-Man, and he drops, and the people of New York throw stuff at him from the bridge. Like, you mess with us, you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Yeah, post 9/11 New York. They're doing that here, but worse. Everything about this movie has been done better. It's an awful, redundant waste of everyone's time.
That's also not New York City in 2012.
No, it's not. The first person stuff is pretty cool. Like him swinging. That was pretty cool. I really don't have anything else to say. Robbie, I think we should go to Letterboxd.
Andy, that is an excellent idea. You can follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand. Andy, this is not a good movie.
No.
And I'm looking at the score I have written down on my screen, and I'm going, I gave it a pretty high score for what this movie is, I think.
What'd you give it, Robbie?
I said 2.5.
It's incorrect. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I have It's Nuts to Do Everything Again, but worse. Bad movie, 2 stars tops.
You really made it sound like you were going to go way lower than 2.5.
No, because I feel like I even listed some things that I did like. And you know what? I wasn't bored.
I was pretty bored. Because we didn't need a Spider-Man origin story.
Not again.
You want to give it 2 stars, Andy?
I think so, yeah. I think 2 is fair.
Fair, like Winnie the Bear.
Yeah,
Remember
yes.
Winnie the Bear, Andy?
That's not what we called him, but I remember.
He'd say, "Oh, brother, I just want a smackerel of syrup."
Robbie, I'm trying my best not to flip out, brother.
We've given The Amazing Spider-Man 2 stars on Letterboxd. Follow us at TheRoydsBand.
Robbie, I wrote a song about this movie.
Why would you do that?
Because that's what we do here at the Royds Review podcast.
You'll never guess what happened, Andy.
What happened?
I also wrote a song. Got you!
Well, you got to pick to flip.
Brother, I have 17 picks to flip.
Brother, I suggest you flip 1.
Okay, I was going to do all 17, and I was going to make you call it 17 times, and then we were going to take... Okay, whatever. Well, I'll just do 1, all right?
I just don't understand why you're changing things like over 250 episodes in, man.
It's not 250. You're probably the stupidest man on the planet. If
what
I had
is it
to,
then, Robbie? What is it then?
This is like 220 or 221 or something.
Really?
Yeah. We've done like boner sods and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
boner sods. Hots and freshes.
Yeah. Andy, call it in the air, though.
Okay, heads.
It's tails. I win like I always win. What kind of song do you have?
I got like a pop punky kind of song.
All right, I'll go first. I simply called my song Lizards, and it's about lot lizards. Andy knows a lot about lot lizards. It's not about lot lizards, though. It's about Spider-Man 2, and it's about the lizard wanting to turn everyone into a lizard.
That is his motivation.
It's a pretty sick motivation.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother.
All right, here's my song called Lizards. I don't got much to say. Guitar-driven, rock and roll, schlock and Dr. Scholl's. I like the instrumentation. I don't like the vocals and lyrics, and I'll talk about that more afterwards. All right, here's my song, Lizards.
I will squash this bug. A lizard. I will spread my drug. A lizard. The world will be new. A lizard. I'll turn you into. I'll do what I can. A lizard. To improve our man. A lizard. Everything will change. A lizard. And I sound insane. Don't you think we can be better than this? I can grant your every wish. Don't you think we can be better than this? Better than teaching a man to fish. I am awful strong. A lizard. I am 9 feet long. A lizard. I regrow my tail. A lizard. I'm an alpha male. I will squash this bug. A lizard. I will spread my drug. A lizard. The world will be new. A lizard. I'll turn you into a lizard. Don't you think we can be better than this? I can grant your every wish. Don't you think we can be better than this? Better than teaching a man to fish.
That song was called Lizards.
I like that end riff he did.
Thanks, yeah. I just did that to end it. I didn't know what to do, so I did that.
Can I ask you a question? Was that in Drop Diggity D?
It was not. No.
I liked it. I like the.
Thank you.
I like the subtle piano. The bing
Thanks.
bong 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 bing bing. I like it.
I intended that to be the actual melody of that part, but then I sang the other part, and I was like, I like that as a standalone thing. I was very happy with the instrumentation on it. I thought that sounded good. The lyrics, when I went to go sing the vocals, my old-ass computer was like, nah, brother. And it took me quite a long time to get the vocals down because it kept going into laggy Lou mode, as I call it.
Laggy Lou mode.
Yeah, I was getting a little delay, so I had to keep fighting it, but I got it done in the end, and that's why one of the verses is straight up just repeated, because I was like, I'm done fighting.
I get that, brother.
Andy, tell me about your song.
My song is called Do It Again But Worse. And it's about how this movie is a retread, but done worse. First verse is about how it's a retread. And the second verse is about how they just poop on Captain Stacy after he gives them his dying wish. And they're like, so, yeah, it's a little pop punky. It's called Do It Again But Worse. And this is how it goes.
It's time to kill poor Uncle Ben again. Do a retread for the 2010. A little darker than the other one. They're trying to do a bad man begun. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. We'll do it again, but this time worse. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. We'll do it again, but this time worse. Promise me you'll stay away from her. Respect the wishes of her dead father. I guess I'll do that for a day or two. I know you're dead now, but here's a big fuck you. We'll do it again. We'll do it again.
That's my song called We'll Do It Again, or Do It Again, but Worse.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
I like the solo.
Oh, thank you.
You started going crazy on the bass at one point during the solo, too. I also like that thing you did on the bass. You went bang, bang, on one of the... I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh,
I don't know if it was an octave or whatever. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Well, got Octavia Spencer on the track.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What did she do on it?
Nothing, man. I paid a lot of money. She was like, I don't play bass. I was like, oh, my God.
You're being racist.
Turns out. She was like, oh, you saw that one South Park? You think we all play bass? I was like, what, award-winning actresses? Yes.
Yeah, Andy, that's what you mean.
So I wrote like a guitar part that was very like somber and interesting. And I went to record it and I was like, that's not this movie. I have to write something else. So I did. And that was it. That's my story and I'm sticking to it, Robbie.
I dig it.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was going to write about. I didn't know if it was going to be about how I hate this movie because it's a retread of something done much better years ago. Not even that long ago. You know, like, it was pretty
yesterday.
Recent. Yeah. And then, or if it was just how they're just pooping on this woman's dead dad. So I figured I'd do both. So I did both. That's pretty much it. That's it. I mean, I like the song. I'm happy with how it came out, and maybe I'll use the one I wrote for next week's episode, which is Robbie. Could you remind me what is next week's episode?
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Here comes the electric blue.
Very good. How'd you like my segue?
I like that a lot. That was also really good. Almost as good as your song.
Wow, thanks, man.
Speaking of songs, could you tell the listeners where they could find our songs?
Damn, that's pretty good, dude. You go to Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you get your music, and you search The Royds, and you'll find a bunch of collections of podcast songs as well as some albums. Now, if you want everything, you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com, and you will find literally every single Royds song, including bonus songs, guest songs, every song from the podcast, as well as our albums. And it's all on the YouTube as well. Robbie, could you tell us a little more? Robbie, could you tell us a little more about that?
You go to YouTube, you go to TikTok, you go to Reddit, you go to Instagram, you type in TheRoydsBand. You'll see us. Follow us. Like and subscribe on everything. Do all that stuff. Send us an email, roydsreview@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. Fill the link, hit the link in the description. Hit the link in the description and fill out the form to request a movie or just get in touch with us and we'll do that movie.
Yeah.
I struggled.
Yeah.
I was a struggle through that one.
That's all right.
Well, next week, The Amazing Spider-Man Flu, because I'd rather have the flu than watch that movie.
Damn. Yeah, not a good movie. Not looking forward to it, but kind of looking forward to just ripping into it like I did. I felt mean this week, you know?
I dig it. You know what I'm looking forward to? Seeing everyone here next week.
Very good. Excellent. All right, we'll see you later.
All right, bye, everybody. Thwip, 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 thwip.
You know, I feel like when I watched this movie, like the last time I watched it, before this one, after watching Spider-Man No Way Home, I was ready to like it. And that's how you know this is a bad movie. It's because I still didn't like it.